Hello and welcome to another episode of ZigTalk. We are on the road to Expo once again, and this time we are talking about TVS.
Right, as we zoom forward, we're also going to look back to the 2016 Auto Expo where TVS really wowed us, right?
Absolutely.
They had two concepts which have made it to showrooms as production bikes.
Exactly.
One very recently.
The Akula, which became the RR 310.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah.
And of course, that was the Draken then, and
Yes,
that
which-
became the RTR,
RTR
200.
200.
And we are expecting more of the same now, even in the 2018 Auto Expo. We expect TVS to show us some things at the Expo which will be launched shortly thereafter. What's in store?
In fact, I think one bike will be very close to production
Right.
at the TVS stall, and that is the new RTR 160, the new Apache, the new small Apache. Right. And spy shots have already been seen of the bike being tested around the country, and it just looks fantastic. It's basically based on the RTR 200
Exactly.
in not just its design but also its underpinnings.
Right.
So it's got, of course, the chassis from the RTR 200. It's got a motor that looks like it's been derived from the RTR 200 as well. It's got oil cooling. It's got the exhaust from the RTR 200, that big double barrel exhaust, and it's got a monoshock at the back.
Right, so I think that's something that we wanted to highlight as well, that this segment has just moved up, even the 160cc segment, which is why a feature like monoshock is pretty much de rigueur, and you have something like the RTR 200 to rely on. It makes sense to derive the 160 off of that. You're getting more sophistication, a better motorcycle in a smaller displacement, guys, right?
Exactly. And currently the current 160 makes about 15.1 PS. The most powerful motor in this segment comes from the Pulsar 160 NS, which is 15.5 PS. And if this new motor makes about, say, 16 odd, it will be the most powerful bike in this segment. So that is something that's very exciting.
Right, TVS has really managed to change our expectations of them with the RTR and with the RR now. And I think that trend will continue, not just in terms of what they offer, but the quality and usability always remains a TVS stronghold.
Exactly.
So even though we expect more performance, I'm sure usability will be
It'll be a big highlight of the motorcycle, and of course it just looks fab. It's got the styling from the RTR 200, which I think is one of the best looking bikes in that segment today. The other one, of course, again, it has been spotted testing, but not so much, and that is a new electric scooter from TVS. So the spy shots show a full-size scooter, not something small that we've seen from other, say, smaller electric players in the market. This one looks like a proper Jupiter Vego-sized scooter, but with an electric powertrain, and it's got a nice low flat floorboard. The spy shots showed that it could have its batteries located in the middle of the bike under the seat, and it's got nice looking alloy wheels, and that bike came with drum brakes, but possibly there might be a discount offer. So it looks like a proper premium electric scooter from TVS.
So I'm gonna again do a little bit of a flashback. A couple of expos back, TVS had a pavilion where you could go out and ride some of their prototypes, and one of them was a hybrid that they had of the Scooty, if I'm not wrong, back then. So they were dabbling with hybrids, and they'd worked on that tech, but with the change in the government stance in terms of electrification, TVS is also moving in that direction. We expect to see concepts along those lines as well at the Expo.
Definitely. I mean, concept is something TVS does really well at the Expo.
Really exciting.
Yeah, and all of them have been great so far. And a lot of them do end up in production, which is great news. So
yeah. And what else is in store? PD is the man who's unraveling it all.
So yeah, we expect a prototype or at least a concept of a new bigger scooter.
Right.
They had one on display last
2016
Expo.
Yeah.
So that is like the higher capacity segment, like the 125cc segment, is something that TVS doesn't really play in too much, and that is
something sporty, more youthful.
Yes.
I think that seems to be the kind of the trend
exactly.
that
like we've
TVS
seen it
is
from
following.
Honda, we've seen it from Suzuki a little bit.
Exactly.
So it's possible that yes, this could be a concept of a bike that will come out sometime soon. So, and again, always that stall is going to be just crammed with great looking motorcycles.
We are not expecting any launches at the Expo,
Yeah.
that is for sure. We are going to see these products there, but launches are extremely unlikely. Nonetheless, it will give us a very clear indication of where TVS is headed in 2018 and 2019 as well.
Well, that about wraps it up for TVS at Auto Expo 2018. I'm sure the company could also surprise us with something more than what we've just spoken about. But so far, this is pretty much enough to keep us really excited.
And if you haven't already, subscribe to the ZigWheels YouTube channel so that we can keep you updated about what's coming your way in the Indian automotive space. And for now, like this video and share.